we're back in the kitchen today, and today I'm making a very special recipe. This is a family recipe. I was on YouTube and the internet searching to see if this recipe actually exists, because it seems like it doesn't matter who I explain it to. No one's heard of it. No one's made it. So I was online and I was researching it because I really don't know what it's called. We in my family called it risso al forno, which means baked rice. Very similar. This is on the same basis of a pasta al forno, like a baked ziti kind of deal. It's on the basis of a lasagna. It's a very old school, traditional lasagna. It has some hard-boiled eggs back in the day. Anyone from southern Italy did make their lasagna with hard-boiled eggs and little tiny meatballs. That's how I grew up eating my lasagna. So today we have a version of that, but it's made with rice, which is perfect if you're gluten-free, perfect if you're cutting out wheat, and just a really nice dish. I believe this is a made-up recipe from my aunt, my Zia Maria, because like I said, I don't see any recipes out there quite like this. I did come across one from northern Italy, and it was risso timballo, which is timballo. I've already done a video on that. It's a lasagna made with crepes, and this is very similar, made with rice, but the recipe was very off to me. Not at all of how I'm used to making it. So I want to share this recipe with you all. I know it's nicer weather. We're coming on to summer, and we're not really turning the oven on, but this is a really nice dish to take to a barbecue. It's just one of those dishes you can make all year round. So here we have, I'm just going to explain to you, I have cooked a package of Italian rice. Not arborio rice, just Italian unico, and it's a whole package, so a whole kilogram, and I've cooked it like I cook pasta. So I didn't go through the trouble of measuring out my water or anything like that. I just boiled it like I do pasta, and I cooked it al dente, drained it, and let it somewhat cool. And you want to do that because then it'll take up too much sauce if it's too hot and continue cooking. So we want it al dente, and then I've threw it in a bowl and I've layered generously with sauce. And it's been sitting here with sauce. So basically it looks like a red sauce risotto. Okay, and that's all that is. It's just boiled rice, salted water. I did throw a bouillon cube in the water for some flavor. And then I made my sauce and ladled it over. If you can use any sauce recipe you like. This is my my classic pasta sauce, and you can find that recipe on another video if you just search that. So this is my classic pasta sauce. We have some shredded mozzarella, some shredded provolone, and some shredded Asiago. Mixed it all together. I have my bechamel sauce here, which I did a short clip. You can look up the recipe for that on a separate video. And I have 5 hard-boiled eggs here. I used 5 because the eggs were small. If your eggs are larger, I use farm fresh eggs, so if your eggs are larger, 4 is fine. And here I have some Parmesan cheese and my meatballs that I cooked in my sauce. I made these meatballs specifically to make this recipe, so I didn't worry about forming them into perfect circles or anything like that, perfect rounds. I just, really roughly threw them together and cooked them in my sauce. And there we go. So I'm going to start with that, assembling this risso al forno. So we want to ladle some sauce just like we would a lasagna. And then we're going to do a layer of rice. pretty easy stuff so far. So we have a layer of rice here that we just want to pat down, make it smooth. And this is going to replace, very similar to a lasagna, right? So this is going to replace the layer that you would do with pasta. There you go. There you have it. One layer. Okay, and then we're just going to go ahead and squish our meatball. And then a layer of hard-boiled eggs. Some mozzarella. A lot of good stuff in this, for sure. We just want to dollop our bechamel. The addition of bechamel is my idea. It's not something we did growing up, but I really like it because I can cut down the amount of cheese I put in to make the dish creamy. And then it resembles somewhat of a risotto. And this does cut into very nice squares after it bakes and cools, like sets. There we have it. There is our first layer. Okay, now we want to do another layer. So I'm making two. I'm making one to take to my sister's. So that's why I have all this rice. But this would make a large family size. So this is just going to be 2 layers. As you can see, it's nice and high. So you do want to pat that down because you don't want it to be sloppy when you try to cut it into squares. This will cut into nice squares, but you want to pack that rice down a bit. Layer with some sauce. This is our last layer. Okay, just a little bit of eggs on top. And we're going to finish with the cheese. few dollops of the bechamel. That's it. That is our risso al forno. Baked rice, rice lasagna, whatever you want to call it. There it is. So we're gonna bake that like a lasagna. We're gonna line it, cover it with parchment paper and foil. And we're gonna bake this for an hour at 375. Then we're going to let it sit on the stove on a countertop with a board on the bottom. And we're going to let that sit for a good half an hour before we cut it. And it cuts right into lasagna pieces, guys. Very, very good. Like I said, very nice for a barbecue, companies coming for dinner, nice side dish with any barbecued meat, big salad, and away you go. So there you have it, my family recipe for risso al forno, rice lasagna. And yeah, hope you try it. Thanks for watching.